So hello everyone, my name is Jivika and I am a student of 11th grade. So today I am here to discuss on the most important topic of our physics, that is also related to our human life. Now human beings and any other object is basically on the two stages, whether it is changing its position or it is sitting still. Now when an object is changing its position, we called it as its motion, and when an object is not changing its position, we called it as rest. So I hope you understood that my topic is motion. So basically what is motion? When an object changes its position with respect to time, it is known as its motion. And next is our rest. So when an object doesn't changes its position with respect to time, it is known as the rest. Now both the rest and motion are the relative terms. So it means that no any object is fully on the rest and fully on the motion. It depends totally on the observer who is observing it. Now let us take an example of train A and train B. Both the trains are travelling along and the passengers are also travelling in. Now for the passengers of train A, the train B is in the motion, and for the passengers of train B, train A is in the motion. Now our motion is based on three units, that is distance, time and the speed. Now how, let us come to the distance. So how far an object travelled, it is known as distance. It is measured in meter or the kilometer. Now next is our time. How long the journey took, so it is known as its time. It is measured in seconds or the hour. Now last is our speed. So how fast an object is moving, it is known as its speed. Now formula for calculating the speed is distance upon time. Now let us come to the types of motion. So there are many types of motion, but basically we will discuss here only 4 types of motion, that is linear motion, circular motion, rotational motion and the oscillatory motion. So firstly come to the linear motion. Motion of an object in a straight line, it is known as its linear motion. Means when an object moves in a only straight line, it is known as the linear motion. We can here see the diagram, then the car is moving in a straight path. It is not changing its direction, or we can take the example of the bow, that bow from an arrow shooted to a target. It is also travelling in the straight line. Now next our is circular motion. So when an object moves in a circular path around the object, it is known as the circular motion. We can take the example of earth who is revolving around the sun, or the example of moon who is revolving around the earth. Now next one is rotational motion. So motion of an object on its own fixed position is known as the rotational motion. That is, we can take the example of earth, that our earth is revolving around the sun, but it is also rotating on its own axis. So the earth is rotating in its own axis, it is known as the rotational motion. Now our last is the oscillatory motion. So when an object moves to and fro, it is known as the oscillatory motion. We can take the example of pendulum. When we apply little of force on it, it moves to the right side and come back to its position, and then moves to the left side and come back to its position. Now this to and fro motion is known as the oscillatory motion. So that was all about my topic. Thank you.